Before we get started, I want to start by asking you to picture this. You are on a fast-moving marketing team buzzing with ideas, but every launch feels like a struggle. You're stuck with the same stuck, waiting on developers, fixing last-minute responsive bugs, and rushing to meet your page speeds. The result? Delayed launches, weakened brand presence, and slow-loading pages. Now, I want you to picture a different reality. What if every member of your team could launch fully responsive pages in minutes without relying on developers? And what if I tell you that investing in your website's health could actually help marketers slash your ad costs, improve your brand visibility, and potentially save you millions along your marketing budget? And I'm here to tell you how we make this a reality at Oyster. Welcome, everyone. I'm Sadiksha, and my journey has uniquely shaped my perspective in marketing. I started my career as an engineer with a bachelor's and a master's in computer science. Today, I am an engineer turned marketer leading Oyster's web marketing landscape with a focus on conversion rate optimization and acquisition for customers. As someone who's written thousands of lines of code and hand-coded every single website before I discovered Webflow, I can truly appreciate Webflow's power both for engineers and marketers. I'm here to share with you how we leverage Webflow to transform our marketing strategy and drive results at Oyster. Oyster is a global employment platform that helps businesses hire, pay, and care for employees in over 180 countries. With Oyster, you're not limited by cross-border complexities and international hiring complexities, where Oyster can manage all of your hiring solutions in one single space. At Oyster, my team is fully remote. My coworkers are spread all across the globe. That means we're never all online at the same time. With multiple teams pushing and controlling content on the website, our website serves as a central lead generation engine, making it easier for our prospects to discover our offering and making it easy for them to say yes to Oyster. By the end of this session today, you'll learn how Webflow empowers our team for faster results, drives 24/7 marketing impact, while simplifying global expansion. We'll explore how to empower your teams with autonomy so that you can make them enable content updates independently, cut through chaos with a scalable design system, and enhance organic reach and visibility, and cover strategies for penetrating new markets while simplifying global expansion. These approaches have all transformed the web marketing landscape at Oyster, and I'm here to share with you how you can achieve similar success. Let's start by exploring how empowering teams with autonomy transforms website management and operations. Autonomy means giving every member of your team complete control over their website. By enabling your team members with autonomy, you can help them make faster updates, make quicker campaign launches, and give them the agility they need to thrive with independence. With autonomy, by empowering those who understand their audiences best, you can unlock faster updates and say goodbye to development bottlenecks and hello to a thriving, collaborative team. This way, your devs can focus on building systems that empower your team members rather than just building one page after the other. Before we get into the why and the how of autonomy, let's first start by seeing autonomy in action. Meet Nosheen from our content team who manages a very busy content calendar. At Oyster, we have our editorial calendar planned weeks in advance. Here, Nosheen is looking to update a new blog post. She has the option to either push her content live just with a click of a button or schedule them to go live at any date or any time in particular. This helps us ensure that our content strategy can stay on track as we need it to. Next, watch Tara, our campaigns manager. Tara has editor access on Webflow with no prior technical web experience. Here, she's dealing with a resource which has a form on the hero section. This resource no longer needs to be gated by a form. Tara can just use the pre-built CMS items, and just with a toggle, click of a toggle, she can update the form and the functionality of this page to be replaced by a button. No developers needed. Next, Tara wants to add a net new section to this page. And instead of having to raise another web ticket, reach out to a developer, or need external approvals, all she has to do is plug in the right content, and boom, there's the new section. Next, Tara's still feeling creative and wants to now change the background color for this hero section. All she has to do is plug in one of the variables or the hex code right into our CMS items, and there it is. This is autonomy in action. When you enable your teams to take control of their website, they can make updates on the fly, manage content, change variations without having to rely on developers or external stakeholders. With autonomy, you can empower team members with zero web knowledge to create net new pages, change variations, and so much more. Let's take a look at these 3 pages side by side. These were all built from the same CMS template. Notice how all of these pages have different branding, different colors, CTAs, and so much more. When we developed this template at the start, we planned for over 5 sections with different variations to enable the channel owners and team members to be able to customize to the team's needs as needed. This freedom allows for unique variations and skyrockets the team's flexibility. Next, let's see the benefits this autonomy offers and the benefits of embracing this decentralized approach. First, independent content management means less reliance on developers. So you can unlock faster updates, quicker launches, and more importantly, tailored strategies so that your teams can thrive with their independence, fostering this collaborative environment. Next, you enable your teams to get targeted content optimizations, which helps them deliver better engagement strategies. So teams can customize for specific goals. As we know, websites have different pages. Your product pages might be more consideration-focused, where your blog pages can be receiving a lot more top-of-the-funnel traffic. So this flexibility can help your teams make decisions on the fly to enable tailored experiences for different goals, different pages, and different audiences. Finally, this helps us maintain design consistency. By opening the control to channel owners or team members that may not have prior web experience, developers still maintain control over design elements. Editors can independently add new variations, new content, change layouts, but your design consistency can still be maintained by developers, while aligning updates to ensure that every page meets the unique objectives. Let's talk about how you can get started today and enable your teams with autonomy. First, you want to start by identifying all the different teams that need to have a presence on the website. Audit their web pages and their web sections, and plan variations for each template and static pages with your developers to ensure that you can enable these channel owners or team members with the flexibility they need to extend the functionality right from the start. Next, assign ownership of CMS collections or static pages. For example, at Oyster, our events team manages the Events Hub. Our content team manages the blogs. And our trust team manages the Trust Center. So this isn't just for marketing teams. By enabling autonomy to your team members, you can enable and empower any member of your team to take control. Finally, leverage Webflow's feature to empower your dynamic setup. Set up user roles and permissions so that designers can control styles and editors can control design elements or change the functionality as needed. Leverage conditional visibility to plan variations ahead of time so your teams can reuse existing templates and make plan variations. Autonomy unleashes your team's full potential. Embracing a decentralized approach within Webflow allows your team members to manage content and create new pages in minutes without having to rely on developers. When your teams have the right control, they don't just create. They innovate, they strategize, and elevate your brand to new heights. Next, let's explore the power of building a powerful web design system within Webflow. At Oyster, we face challenges familiar to many: inconsistent branding, development bottlenecks, and slow load times. We recognize the need to build a scalable web design system so that everything we build is reusable. Now, everything we build is consistent, scalable, and reusable. A design system is way more than just consistency. It reduces your dependency on developers, it accelerates growth, and skyrockets your website's performance. Let's see how a design system can supercharge your marketing efforts. First, reusability is a game changer. By standardizing common elements like spacings, margins, across all pages that you know all pages are going to need, you can continue to reuse them over and over. And this helps you reduce your design clutter and improve your page load times. With a centralized design system, all developers are working from the same playbook. Whether it's 5 different developers working on 20 different pages, everyone's pulling from the same predefined styles. This means you're going to need to work through fewer revisions and be able to build in responsiveness. A faster site also can help decrease your ad costs, improve your organic visibility, and improve the overall site experience. Our design system has slashed our time to market, allowing our teams to focus on strategy and not just execution. Developers can reuse pre-built sections, components, styles, and teams no longer have to make for custom designs because there's a huge repository of frameworks to rebuild and reuse. Finally, scalability is key. Implementing changes across the site becomes a breeze. Global components, classes, styles, and variables allow your website to evolve without needing to start from scratch. And this approach can help your team embrace rapid iteration and help you adapt quickly to market needs. The best part is, to get started today, you don't need to overhaul your website. Chances are, if you have a website today, you already have all of these elements. All you need to do is organize them, start small, and scale fast by reusing them. Let's see how you can get started today. To get started, the first key element of a design system is going to be a style guide. This is where you define your core brand elements, such as colors, typography, and global class structures. You can use variables to store most of these values and update these site-wide. The next element of a design system is a component library. This is a collection of your reusable modular sections that are stacked on top of each other and documented centrally. You can build in responsiveness into them, so just by a few clicks, you can swap colors, add more different variations and identity without having your developers to start from scratch or your designers to need to create creative sections every time they're looking to launch a new page. A tip for easy reuse is to start with low fidelity components. Here, I have a section where we're building in new styles and new variations just by switching content, backgrounds, and brand elements. The final piece is a pattern library. This is a collection of your key brand-specific elements, such as icons, product UI, background illustrations, and everything visual. By housing them in a central place, this allows you to reuse them easily, so you have a central repository that tells you what elements are already loaded on the website to avoid reuse and improve your website speed. We were guided into developing a scalable web design system with Webflow's enterprise enablement sessions. If you're not on the enterprise tier, you can make use of Webflow marketplace libraries to get started with design systems, because Webflow marketplace libraries has a great collection of free and paid versions of libraries with 50+ layouts and style guides to get started. Our business impact has been huge. A scalable web design system enhances collaboration and keeps designers and developers speaking the same language on the same page. With consistent branding across each page, we're able to boost brand recognition by reusing everything we build. So every new class or every new page build supports the overall system rather than being a one-off build. Our build times have halved because our developers no longer need to define these commonly used styles like spacings, colors, margins, and we have a huge repository of components to reuse by adding different brand elements. Plus, because of reusing, we're able to improve our site speed that has accelerated our time to market. Due to the improvement in our site speed, we were able to reduce our CPC costs, which was able to maximize our marketing budget for better ad efficiency. By embracing the power of a unified, scalable web design system, yes, you will save both time and money. But more importantly, you'll be able to transform your website development operations into a powerhouse of efficiency and speed. We've been able to cut our launch cycles in half and saved over $1 million in just 1 year by drastically improving our website performance. Don't miss out. If you're not standardizing your processes, you're leaving untapped potential on the table. Introduce and mandate the use of your design system and unleash the power of reuse to drive success. Next, let's dive into performance optimization to boost brand visibility and reach. Speed is not just a technical concern. The marketing impact of speed is way more than just being a performance metric. Search engines prioritize faster websites, leading to improved rankings and a surge in organic traffic. Site speed is a catalyst for better organic visibility and is a crucial factor for SEO. But here's where it gets better. Speed can enable your website to boost your quality scores for paid ads, lowering your cost per click, and stretching your advertising budget way further. After implementing our design system and reducing all the unnecessary bloat, we were able to improve our website speed by an average of 17%. That reflected with a drop in our CPC costs, saving us more than $1 million in a year. Plus, speed enhancement helps enhance accessibility for everyone, especially for those users who are on slower connections. In short, speed means smarter marketing, seamless experience for all users. It's a win-win for your brand. This focus on speed has boosted our performance and made our marketing efforts far more cost-effective. Let's dive into optimizing your website speed using Webflow. These are some strategies that now we've made a part of our routine to make sure that every time we're making a net new page, we're optimizing for speed. First, you want to start by regularly removing unused styles to reduce the file size and enhance load times. Next, you can continue to clean up unnecessary interactions. Unnecessary interactions that dynamically load and show design elements may slow down your website and negatively impact your user experience if they're not being used on a page but are loaded regardless. Next, Compress your images. Webflow offers great inbuilt compression formats that you can use to your advantage. Know the difference when to use a JPEG, PNG, and other file formats. Check between your rendered size and intrinsic size to make sure the size of the image or the file loaded is actually the file that is being rendered on the browser to save on those unused asset spaces. Use lazy loading. By implementing lazy loading, you can enable these images to load only when they're needed by significantly reducing your initial load times. You can use the new site usage dashboard to understand the bandwidth consumption on your website and to identify and improve the high bandwidth pages and assets. Finally, compress your CMS assets to optimize storage and improve load times. This is a newer feature by Webflow, but it's really powerful. Using this, you can compress all the assets that are loaded on your CMS items, regardless of the size and the number of the items that you have loaded. Speed isn't just a one-time win. Routine optimization with speed will keep your website fast and ensure a seamless user experience. For the last part of this presentation, let's talk about language localization to boost brand visibility. At Oyster, our mission is clear: to enable companies everywhere to hire anywhere. And that starts by speaking their languages. Localization is not just about connection. It's about translation and connection. Imagine the impact of being able to have a conversation with your prospect in their native language and being able to explain to them what you have to offer and why you're the best one to do it, and how powerful that can be. When we launched our localized content, we saw a huge improvement in our overall lead acquisition efficiency. With localization, we're able to break into new markets, attract higher quality leads globally, and elevate our brand visibility across borders. Localization allows you to translate your web pages into multiple languages. Let's see localization in action here. Here, I've initialized a Spanish locale, and I can go straight into any piece of English content, right-click, click on Translate to Spanish, and there it is. It all gets instantly localized. You also have the ability to override any automated translations and localized options. Let's say you want to showcase a different image to the Spanish-speaking audience. With localized styles, you're able to override content and different assets to be customized for that particular locale. But here's where Webflow truly shines. By clicking the body element and selecting it to convert it to Spanish, you can convert the entire web page and translate it in less than a minute. It's fast, it's seamless, and it gives us the flexibility we need to reach global audiences effectively. When we localize content, we're not just translating words. We're crafting content that feels personal and relevant to each audience. And this is what drives acquisition efficiency. Because when users see the content that speaks to their needs and is in their local language, they're more likely to convert. Plus, local keywords have way less competition than English keywords, which allows us to bid lower and still win high-quality traffic with improved rankings. It's a double win: lower costs and higher quality leads. By localizing content, we're able to drive higher conversions in an increasingly competitive landscape. Our first language locale launch showed impressive results in just 5 weeks. We were able to drop our CPC costs for the Spanish locale by 62% and have 26% lower cost per MQL. Localization goes beyond just translation. It helps us increase traffic, enhances visibility, and deepens market penetration. And this success is primarily because localized searches face way less competition, allowing us to tap into global markets more effectively. We're scaling globally, driving deeper into each market, and turning our content into real results. Think back to where we started this session today. The frustration of delays, the grind of waiting for developers, and slow load times. But today, we've explored a new reality, one where your team is no longer held back. With Webflow, you can empower your team members to create and launch pages independently. By enabling autonomy on our website with a visual-first CMS, we've been able to 6x our speed to market. Our scalable web design system has helped cut through confusion and cut operational costs, all while improving website speed. We were able to drop our website speed by 17% and save 17% in average CPC costs and save over $1 million through reduced ad costs as a direct outcome of improving website speed. With language localization, we've been able to deepen our market penetration, achieving a 62% lower cost per opportunity in local language locales. With Webflow, you have the power to transform every page build into a new growth opportunity, scaling faster and achieving bigger wins. The future of web marketing with Webflow is no longer waiting. It's here, and it's in your hands. Thank you for joining me today.